This is an open letter to Hawaii's Governor, Neil Abercrombie. Governor Abercrombie, let me introduce myself. My name is Doug Robertson, and I'm a fourth grade teacher here in Hawaii. I'm angry, and I'm tired of you. You see, a few years ago, Linda Lingle was our governor, and she started furloughing teachers and students with the excuse that it saves money. So, we got rid of her, and we elected you. You promised to get rid of furloughs, but you didn't. What you did do is rename them, calling them directed leave without pay days. The only difference is now you aren't directly hurting the students. You're indirectly hurting them by hurting the teachers. Directed leave without pay means we aren't allowed to come into work to prepare, just like when they were called furloughs. Directed leave without pay means we're taking a pay cut when we're not allowed to come into work, just like when it was called furloughs. And now we have the deep water horizon of contract negotiations. You continue to offer less and less, worse and worse, and more insulting deals. Your poison spilling out onto the education and negotiation environment and polluting it. You break agreements. You make decisions which force my union's leadership to walk away from the table, which is amazing considering what they've put up with from you up till this point. And you won't accept any blame for it. There's only one end game in sight. Soon, very soon, you and my union are going to make me vote to strike. It's bound to happen. That's where this is going, and there's no way we don't get there at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if it's been part of the plan the whole time. Strike's going to make teachers look bad, which is going to help make you look good, like a champion. You've been sowing the seeds of public disinformation and discontent well. Here's my situation, hero. My wife, a military veteran, is pregnant with our first child. It's due in December. She's a special education teacher on the North Shore. So, if and when the union votes to strike, my household income is going to drop from barely enough to zero. With a new baby. I have 25 fourth graders depending on me for their education. 25 faces looking up at me every day, ready and eager to learn. The thing I love most is to help them grow and prepare them for the next steps of life. When you force a strike, my students will lose out on some of that, and every minute in the classroom counts. I'm mentoring a student teacher this year. She's a wonderful UH student, well on her way to becoming a fantastic professional educator. Hiring her is going to be a boon for some lucky school on the island when she finishes her program. When we strike, she's going to lose out on some of the experience she needs, which will impact her future students. So, if we strike, like I think you're going to make us, like I think we should, my students are going to fall behind. My student teacher is going to lose precious experience. And my wife and I will struggle to pay rent and feed ourselves and our newborn. But if I don't strike, future teachers, like my student teacher, and like the other young teachers at my school, will continue to be bullied and mistreated by lawmakers like you, who think that education is a place for budget cuts and creative accounting and deal breaking, who think that we're weak, who think that teachers will forever put up with anything because of the good of the students and putting that above the good of ourselves. Governor, what you don't seem to comprehend is what's good for the students is what's good for the teachers. A student's learning environment is a teacher's working environment. Every school is one big emotional feedback loop, and you're polluting those loops all across the state. Don't make this about how much teachers care about their students. You, obviously, have no idea what it means to care about the people you're supposed to be helping. If we didn't care, we would have gotten to this point a long time ago. We know we're going to have to suffer to get what we want. No, not what we want. what we need. When you adjust for cost of living, Hawaii's teachers are the worst paid in the entire nation. And you want to cut deeper. You're going to insinuate that we're lazy. You're going to insinuate that we're greedy, that we're asking too much, more than is fair. And yet here we are, still living in Hawaii, still teaching in our classrooms, even after years of listening to that kind of propaganda, because we care so much that it hurts. I'm angry, Governor, because you are inches away from making me choose between my family and my vocation, the present welfare of those I love and future welfare of thousands that I don't even know. But I've made my choice. I will strike. I will take my college degree and my highly qualified teaching credential, and I will put it on a picket line during the day. Then, to make ends meet, to pay for rent and food for my family, I'll take that college degree, and I'll take that highly qualified teaching credential, and I'll get a job waiting tables. And every single night, at every single table, for every single family and couple and group of friends that comes into the restaurant, I'll introduce myself. Hi, my name is Doug Robertson. I'm a teacher here in Hawaii, and I'm on strike because Governor Neil Abercrombie couldn't care less about me or your family. Can I get you some drinks? I will vote to strike because the future of Hawaii's education depends on my unborn child's parents doing what is right for the whole. You probably think the public's going to turn against us. You think thousands of educators across the state won't unite over this. And you're wrong. You need to learn that you're wrong. I personally don't think you will. I don't believe there's any way to avoid this at this point. I don't think you're going to blink. I think you're going to carry this game of chicken through to the end. You bearing down on us with your unreasonable last, best, and final offer, and us bearing down on you with our self-respect and our need for health care and food and money for rent. And standing in the center of us, Hawaii's families and children. You are making me choose to step away from my students, and I hate that. But I hate the idea of a future where we don't do this more. So, look for me in the coming months on a picket line with a sign in one hand and a newborn in the other.